Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. And today I have something a little bit different for you. If you can see on here, these were some of the projects that we could have made as make and takes at the recent onstage event April. I think I said on my last video it was in November. No, it was in April. And we saw the new catalogue that came out in June at that point. And these delightfully detailed papers were were used in one of our make and takes. And so I'm going to show you my version of some of these cards today. They're not exactly like the ones on here. I always change things up a little bit. So I haven't made any to start with, so I can't show a finished one until we're done. So first of all, I'm going to make this one, which is one of the frames from the delightfully detailed thing. And all of these papers are white. I don't know if you can see that. It's white on one side, whisper white, or very vanilla on another, which makes them really, really versatile. I really love that. I'm using the very vanilla side here because I'm using this card, and this is one of the new packs that you can buy in the catalogue that are pre-printed with this watercolour wash. So you can get them in this colour. I'm not sure if it's Blackberry Bliss or Rich Raspberry. I think it's Blackberry Bliss, I would say, I guess. And then the other one is in Mint Macaron. This one, really pretty cards. Oh, and actually there's some different versions because I've got another one here, so they're not all the same. So another Mint Macaron, can you see that one's different? And I think that one's very similar to that one. Those ones are the same, so maybe there are 4 different patterns in the pack. Anyway, the one we're going to use today is this one here, and this panel. I'm just going to open this out because I don't want it springing open, and I'm going to put this on here and I've cut it so that there's just a tiny border around the edges of the card showing through. I'm just going to come in with a little bit of Tombow in each corner. This is one of the easier papers to glue down. I'm going to show you in a moment one of the others, and it's not quite so easy when there's lots of little bits of the paper to glue down, but I'm going to show you what I think will find a useful tip. There we go. So this card couldn't be easier, so I'm just going to glue this frame down onto here, and then all I'm going to do is stamp a great big greeting in the middle there, and this card will be done. So I'm going to take my Blackberry Bliss stamp pad, brand new, haven't used this one before, and I'm using one of the sentiments from this stamp set, Friendly Expressions, and I'm going to do congratulations to you, make this into a congratulations card, because I think the lace effect makes it really pretty for a wedding card actually. So now I know that people have told me that Blackberry Bliss is really difficult to get out, so I'm going to try not to make a mess with this. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to centre it. I mean, you might get my head in because I need to be right over it in order to be able to stamp it correctly, so apologise for that. And I'm just going to come down. There you go, pray with me that that's straight. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I really like that. There we go, that's finished. How quick was that? That's my card finished. Really pretty, really lovely, much nicer than going and buying one from the supermarket or card shop, and it was so quick to do. So that was one of my cards. Now the next one that I'm going to make is with a different piece of the delightfully detailed papers. It's with this paper, which is really, really delicate, and that's why it's really tricky to stick. So I'm going to take one of the Mint Macaron card blanks, which is what we're going to stick it on. Again, I'm going to use the very vanilla. Sorry, I don't know where that went. I'm going to use the very vanilla because it matches the card blank again. They're very vanilla based. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze a little bit of Tombow onto I use a Pringles lid actually. In the UK we have crisps called Pringles, and they come with these plastic lids, and I find them very useful. And so what I'm going to do is take Tombow on a cocktail stick and just catch some of the leaves. I'm not going to do everyone. We're going to be here all day if I did everyone, but I'm just going to do a few of them, which hopefully will be enough to catch it and keep it flat against the paper. So just, you can do this relatively quickly, like this. It's not going to be the sort of job you're going to want to churn out hundreds of cards though, because this would be tricky. to do this every time, but just need to have a little bit of glue on so that you can make sure that you're gluing it down in most places. So I'm nearly done, I think. It didn't take that long, but probably not something you want to make hundreds of, I would say. And in fact, you don't get hundreds of these sheets. I think you might get 4 of this pattern in each pack, so you could probably only make 4 cards with this anyway. There we go, at the bottom here. There we go. And then I'm just going to do a bit at each side and a bit at each corner to make sure that those are held down as well. Just a little bit along the side. Really useful to use a cocktail stick to do this, because you can get it tiny amounts of glue there. I'm going to say that that's it, and come in, make sure my card blank is the right way and that this is the right way, and then just try and position this on the card blank really carefully. It is really beautiful, this paper, but it's not the easiest thing to work with, but the results make it worth it, I think. There we go, just there, that's fine. Now I might need a little bit more on there. Can you see that one's flying loose? So I'm just going to come in and lift that up if I can. Put a little bit more glue on the back there so that that is stuck down, but I think that's the only bit I missed. And as you see, you can come back in afterwards. There we go. There, that's stuck onto my card blank, fine. Yeah, and then when we were on stage, I did make this little sentiment tag to go on here. We used the delightfully detailed with love. Let me get that stamp set out for you. Detailed with love stamp set, and it's the happy birthday here that we've used, stamped in mint macaron. We've then used some of these new rhinestones that are in the catalogue in Grapefruit Grove, and used the trio punch to punch out these corners and to round the other ones. I can't show you because I don't have all those products to show you, but that's just going to go on there. I don't know, I might just no, I was going to do a little bit of a banner, but I can't. Oh yes, here it is. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a banner across there as well, just to pick out the Grapefruit Grove. So like that. What do you think? With it or without? Actually, I think maybe without it. I quite like those colours, so I'm just going to go with that. So hope you've liked seeing my 2 little cards. Very quick. I'm looking at the video and I've only been on here for nearly 8 minutes, so I've made 2 cards in 8 minutes. I know this sentiment panel was already made, but you can see how quickly you can put together cards if you really need to. There we go, that'll be enough. Take those off, stick my panel down, and we're done. We've got 2 beautiful cards using the delightfully detailed papers. I want to put delicate in there for some reason, but I don't think it is delicate. I think it's delightfully detailed. There we go. And I have got some more of the delightfully detailed paper, so I will be back to show you some other designs at some point. There we go. Very simple but lovely, I think. Very pleased with that. And I'll bring in my other one. Let's get rid of all my rubbish. And there's my 2 cards. Oh, loads of rubbish that side as well. There are the 2 cards we've made in just nearly 9 minutes. So very, very quick to do. Really easy when you've got the right products, and really, really pretty cards. I hope you've liked those. And I'll be back very soon. I have one more make and take to show you from on stage, and I'll be back to show you that very soon. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye for now.